Everybody, Live Farmer 73 here. I'm about to set up camp. I'm going to set up camp with an older tent, and I'm going to set up camp with a newer tent. The older tents, they take a little bit more to set up, and the newer tents go up in a snap. Here's the deal. There's advantages and disadvantages to both. So let's get to it, and I'm going to show you the differences right now. Okay, the first thing we're going to set up is we're going to set up the bathroom area. So we get started on the hardest one first. Let's go. How much tighter that is now. Now it's really starting to look like a bathroom tent. Now there is a top that goes on it so rain don't go through it, but for the most part, this is done. Now I'm going to show you how fast it is to set up the pop-up bathroom tent versus this. This took me about 10 minutes. Watch this. As you can see, there's advantages and disadvantages to both. This takes longer to set up, but it's much more rigid, much more sturdy. There is a bottom inside of it. This one pops up in literally less than a minute, but it's a little more flimsy. There is no bottom, but that could all be solved by putting a tarp underneath and staking it down into the ground like it's supposed to be. Say it's raining outside and I gotta take this apart, get it rolled up, put the poles in, get it in the bag, versus literally pushing this in, twisting it, putting it in the bag and getting out of it. So, which one would you get? By the way, this costs more than this guy. Now what we're going to do is break them back down and see how long it takes for me to break them down and literally get them in the bag to get ready to go. Starting now. And now for the pop-up shower tent. There you go. Which one would you choose? I'll let you decide. Put it in the comments below, and then we'll start in on the tents. All right, you guys, this time we're gonna do a comparison of the good old Coleman 4-person dome tent versus the Magellan 3-person tent. Which one is going to be the winner? Let's get started. We'll start with the hardest one to put together first, Coleman. As you can see, we have a full tent, but here it is. This took me about 10 to 15 minutes to set up. So, let's get started on the Magellan pop-up tent. So as you can see, the Magellan tent is a lot easier to set up. Under a minute, and I had it ready and going. They have advantages and disadvantages. The only difference is in the two is this one costs a lot less. This one costs significantly a lot more. The Coleman is a little lighter, but for the most part, it's more cumbersome to carry this around, but you can pop it up in a flash. This is easy to carry around, but in an emergency, it's gonna take a minute or two to get this one up and going. So, price, are you gonna be carrying it around with you on a hike? Which one would you take? This is kind of like out of the question with that, but here you go. So I tell you what, you guys, I'll let you decide in the comments. Which one would you pick and why? Hey babe, I gotta go drop a deuce. I'll be right back.
I keep forgetting, not in love anymore. I keep forgetting, things will never be the same again.